think if there's one thing I really like about steelbooks, especially more premium deluxe ones, is the fact that when you display them, they look fucking incredible. So today I'm going to be talking about my steelbook display stands. I have 3 different variations, 2 of them are the exact same variation, which I should list right now what they are. They're all acrylic stands as it is, which I all got from eBay. The main ones I'm going to show you just came in the other day, and this is a good tag-along video to my most recent steelbook protector video. Same kind of deal, except this time it displays them, so whether you want to keep them in your protectors or not, doesn't really matter. So they are known as SS2 Blu-ray / DVD Steelbook Large Clear Plastic Display Stands, or SS3, which is the larger variation. I got them on eBay. I believe you can still get them. I got them from the UK. They just came in big plastic bags, which I'll show you in a second. This is what the eBay thing looks like, just in case you're interested. This isn't sponsored content, by the way. It's just the easiest way for me to tell you about it. They're done by Steelbook Central. They're really well known for their steelbook stuff, whether they do the stands or they do the protector stuff, but I'll show you what they look like. So they come in a clear bag like this, which it even says there, if it'll focus on it, SS2 Steelbook Display Stand pack of 5. So you get them in packs of, well, I ordered a pack of 10 small ones, which are the medium ones, SS2, and a pack of 5 SS3s, which they all came in 5-pack bags anyway. So the simple deal, they're acrylic plastic, so they're very tough. And again, these aren't the most protective bags for them to come in. They literally just came wrapped in bubble wrap in a cardboard box. You know, it was probably shaking and scratching along itself the whole ride overseas. That's just how it goes, you know. So they come out like this. So obviously, because they're acrylic, you can't really tell too much of it. So this is the stand. There will be dirt and scratches on them, nevertheless, it doesn't really matter. As long as you can see through it, that's kind of the point. And as long as it's not snapped in half. This is the top half, so the bigger version is just a bigger version. It looks identical. I'll show you what they look like when you put them together. But simply, you put it in like that, and you just twist. It's a bit tricky to do, and it may sound like it's going to break, but I promise you, you just put it in and you twist, and it like compiles together like that. And after a while, you're able to press it down and press it up. It's tough plastic, but at the same time, it's adjustable, and that's mostly the convenience of it. I haven't had a single one break with me yet, but I've already displayed 3 currently. So let me show you what they look like with the stands. Simply put, this is what they look like put together. So with a bit of buoyancy here, and this is actually the larger one. So as you can see, it's all put together. It's quite nicely done, to be honest, you know. The one I display it with is currently my Blade Runner 2049 HD Zeta, I believe it is. I forget, because it doesn't have the brand written on it. This is the reprint version, which you can see a video of in the description below. And it simply positions itself just like that. So it lies its back against it, and it lies its front on it. You can obviously adjust it up and down to get to the right degree as to how far of it you want it to actually stick, but for the most part, it's pretty simple. You can just put it on a table, adjust it, put it down. If it flips up, or if it falls, or if it's too far up, it will fall down. If it's too far down, it'll fall down again, or it'll just look weird. You have to get the right angle for how you can display it, so simply put, that's how it would be displayed on a table, and of course that looks ever so nice, especially being a lenticular. I do have smaller ones, which you can actually see right there. Those 2 here, the Hot Fuzz Everything Blue and the Shaun of the Dead Everything Blue, are both actually on acrylic stands. Let's take a look. So as you can see here, yes, I'm just holding up my tripod, this is how they look in their positioning. So you've got your little acrylic stands there that you can see, very minor, but it's there. And they have just enough room to hold on and just be nicely displayed. I don't really want to take them out because it took me a bit to get them in there. These slots aren't perfect for displaying things, but you can get just the right angle and everything. And yeah, so again, look, from a distance, it all looks quite nice. You can walk farther back into the room, and it's just positioned like that. Of course, at eye height, it would be just above eye height, which is fine. Eye height would probably be around this area here. So, yeah, it works together ever so well, and of course blends in with the rest of the display if I was to have it further up, but I wanted to have it a bit lower down, especially because the Hot Fuzz one is actually a lenticular, and if it's too far up, the light will glare too much off it, and I won't get the right, look and style to it. Whereas, this is my shelf on my piano. It's not my piano, it's my dad's. Nevertheless, this is how I display the Blade Runner one. I actually display it on its own acrylic stand next to my Evil Dead Book of the Dead edition, my pop vinyls, and my Alien film arena. There are videos for all of these in the description below. This one actually has a completely different stand. Initially, I'd only gotten a stand to display my Shaun of the Dead and original HMV Blade Runner 2049 stands. These are larger acrylic stands from Australia, in this case. They're not perfect, but they're really good for these bigger sets. However, of course, the stand that this Blade Runner one is on would be perfect for the Alien one. This is what the Evil Dead one looks like. I'm just going to get a look through the camera. So as you can see, it is completely see-through. That's simply what it looks like. It's a basic, stand. It's, comes in a small packet. There's not really much else to it. It's the kind of stuff you'd see in a library, where they display books for kids or other people to look at and be like, oh, this is the hot new thing. Come read this new teen genre book. And it simply slips in. There's no adjustability required. It's just there. Personally, I'd say if you want a SteelBook one, I'd go with the one that the Blade Runner one is on. That also would work probably for the Alien one, for the bigger film arena sets, or even more, probably I'd say, Manta Labs, but as you can see, it's a lot thicker of a set, but it would still stand perfectly on that. It's just because it's my largest set that I figure I'll keep it on its own acrylic stand. And the Evil Dead one, because it's made of a flimsier plastic, it's just better to keep it on its own bigger display thing. It's just easier. I'd probably do the same thing with the Godzilla one, where I'd have that on a larger acrylic stand. However, because it's on the piano, it's actually much easier to stand up on itself because it's a big book. Cool. And that's all there is to it, outside of the obviously canted angle that I'm on. Great job, me. I'm really good at fucking setting this shit up, aren't I? Lol. Anyway, yeah, that's the whole gist to it. Like, there's not much else to say about these stands. They're cheap, they're easy to get. You can also, of course, get the SteelBook protectors, which I'll briefly display. Where's Gremlin's gone? There it is. I have done a previous video, which will be linked at the end of the video, talking about the SteelBook protectors. Easy plastic stuff. There are variations where it doesn't have a side here, so you can slip it out much easier, but I prefer it being locked in just in case it falls off a shelf kind of deal. This is the kind of thing that I would also display, but for the most part, because it's on a shelf, I'd keep it in the shelf to be protected from dirt and other DVDs and Blu-rays scratching against it. That's the most obvious reason as to why you'd have it, so they don't scratch against each other and doesn't get dirt. But I obviously still want to at some stage, because of course I have 15 of these stands in total. At some stage in my life, when I probably have my own place, I have my own theatre room to display things in, I will be utilising all of those stands to be displaying either my favourite films on SteelBook or my favourite premiums, or a mixture of both. Or even using two of the stands to hold the even bigger sets that I might be getting in the future. I know I've got one that's pretty freaking big coming in the mail. I don't even know where I'm going to put it currently, but I know that it's so big I will probably need 2 whole stands for it. Nevertheless, that's today's video, so thank you so much for watching. This has been another video from Telecreations. Again, you can see the SteelBook Protector video, probably on screen eventually. There's also going to be a film shelf playlist where I talk about videos, films, all this kind of jazz. I have obviously unboxings and stuff like that, so you can check them out in the description down below. All that jazz. Everything you've seen here is in its own video, simply put. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I talk about this kind of stuff because it's easier for collectors, and I like to just show off my collection. It's just how it is. Or I talk about movies or review films. That's how it be. And yeah, if you're new or not new, feel free to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Yeah. Cool. Adios.